Learn from an attorney how to best support a kid when they're being bullied, whether you're a parent, guardian, loved one, or friend. Hi, I'm Stacey Storino, an attorney since 1998, certified life coach since 2015, and the leader in legal coaching that turns people into effective advocates for themselves and their loved ones, whether they're bullied, special needs, or both. Woman 101 stands for wisdom that turns victims into victors. Now, let's get down to how to support a kid when they're being bullied, whether you're a parent or a guardian, loved one, or friend. Stay tuned until the end of the video so that you can learn about a method to stop bullies after all else fails. Yep, there is a method. The first thing to do is to understand in the background that bullies are always looking for weak links or victims who will do little to nothing to protect themselves. But other than that, while there may be 4 factors that can show who tends to be a victim, and I've done a video on that, so check it out, there is no one factor or trend that guarantees that a kid will be a victim. And bullies can often be random about who they target in the beginning. This is important to know because the first thing you should do to support a victim of bullying is to know this and do everything you can to emphasize that it is not the victim's fault. It's not anything they did or said in particular. Bullies have their own issues, and I've done a video on that too. And so, therefore, it's a moving target with them. So first, shower down love and support for that victim and reinforce the fact that being a victim is not their fault. Second, do and say every single thing you can to reinforce the fact that you love them, or at least support them 100%, and that they are a worthy human being, no matter what sort of bullying they're currently suffering from, mental, physical, emotional, sexual. Victims always tend to reflect things back on themselves in terms of blame or a lack of worthiness. The act of bullying may cause damage to the child, but what tends to cause the most damage is the psychological impact, which leads the victim of bullying to conclude that they were selected out of the universe of other students to receive the bad treatment. So somehow, again, they are unworthy. They asked for it. They maybe even deserved it. No way. And don't think that one sit down with them, no matter how heartfelt it was, is going to reverse that damaging psychological trend. So third, especially if you're a parent or guardian, get that child the professional support that they need. Physical and or sexual harassment or abuse has to first be reported to the police. Do not even think about bypassing this step. And then the child needs to go to as many healthcare providers as possible for treatment, of course. But there's always a psychological component, even if the bullying doesn't yet have a physical element to it. I say yet because if nothing's done, the bullying will increase and escalate. I've done a video about how bullies are addicted to the bullying and how therefore they will continue to up the ante on it. So go watch that vid for more details. So no matter what form of bullying your child has received, you also must get them to the psychiatric intervention they need to. Do not wait, and even if your child is resistant, be patient. The licensed talk therapist or psychiatrist may need some time to earn your child's trust before they open up. Fourth, you'll have to report every single episode of bullying in the proper manner. So make sure you watch my video, 9 Things Parents Must Do, for more specific details. But in short, bullying episodes should be documented. Have your child open up to you about every last detail and record it all before anyone's memories fade, and then report the bullying incident in writing, even ideally before you make a phone call to the school. You can make the call right after you've prepared the letter and even a corresponding email. But trust me, you don't want to miss the video I just referred to for all of the specific details about how to do this properly. From the email, the letter, how to send both of them, the phone call, who to send the letter to, it works. Fifth, document everything, not just the victim's recollections about all of the past bullying incidents, but everything having to do with that bully and any future bullying incidents. Does the bully have accomplices? You need the facts on them too, and need to keep checking in with the victim about the bully and crew. Never presume that the victim will open up to you without some loving, supportive prompting. The shame, anger, sadness, overwhelm, and more may weigh them down. Draw them out of their heads where they can, trust me, torture themselves worse than any bully can ever do. It's like the bully starts the dirty work, but many times a victim can continue it. So, sixth, keep a running dialogue going with your friend, loved one, child. Don't ever give them the impression that they're alone or that you're not concerned for their welfare. Make sure they know that they are VIP and that you will do anything and everything you can for them. Seventh, be sure to obtain a copy of the school's anti-bullying policy. You want to know whether the bully violated a formal policy so that you can use it to press charges, both within the school system and outside of it, perhaps turning it over to the police and using it as evidence if things have to enter into the civil and/or criminal court system. Eighth, if the victim is being cyberbullied, your state's anti-bullying policy may give you more ammunition to use it in your cause to protect the victim and prosecute the bully. I've done a video on the 10 steps to fight cyberbullying, so check that out for more specific details. But in the meantime, if you've got grounds pursuant to state anti-bullying legislation, get ready to press charges. Ninth, if you're a friend or relative of the victim and you are a witness to any bullying incident and or otherwise have details or evidence that can help in the cause, for sure you need to turn them over to the parents or guardians of that victim. 10th, no matter what, do not lose patience with the victim. Don't blame the victim. Don't tell them to ignore the bullying, which again pretty much guarantees it will get more serious. And always show sympathy and support for the victim, or you will hurt them worse and lose their trust in the process. Never encourage physical retaliation. Although self-defense techniques are great for breaking free and getting away to a place of safety and where they can report the abuse, it should not be used for anything more. Never encourage the victim to otherwise confront the bully and or their parents, and do not do it yourself. I've got a video that explains why that is a very bad idea. Do everything else that I've discussed in this video, though, and check out the related videos I mentioned for more information. The Woman 101 YouTube channel is stocked with solutions for parents and kids alike. Solutions that work and have been road tested by an attorney and her clients for decades. So go to the channel, subscribe, and soak it all in. You've come to the right place. Gaining a support system that exists both on the school campus and off of it can keep a bullied kid safer. And when all else fails, it's time to call in the cavalry, meaning having at least one adult who can serve as your advocate with the school system and, if need be, the police and the court system. You can't ignore bullying. It won't go away. Every study and survey shows that avoidance has no upside when it comes to bullying. And I've got a system called the Enemy Remedy that can help you or the ones who love you out big time. So make sure you check out the link down below in this video show notes for more details. I would love to hear from you. If you've ever had a friend or a loved one that's been bullied, what have you done to help them? Do you have any advice for anyone who's going through something similar? Share down below and let's have all of the Woman 101 Wise Owls love up on you and give you support. And if you like this content, please remember to support me on Patreon so that I can keep providing new material on a regular basis to help victims of bullying everywhere. Remember, Woman 101 stands for wisdom turning victims into victors. Be sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video and share this with anyone you know who could use some support. Woman 101, be wise with your heart.